Hello. So I'm back. Today I saw an interesting interview with Jeff Bezos in regards to his antitrust hearings, and I thought this was quite interesting, given that it highlights some of the competitive strengths for the Amazon business, and really comes back to their fundamental business model, what they're doing, and how they should succeed in the future. So let's begin and let's discuss a bit more.
I want to talk about in emerging markets, smart homes, and I want to start with the hub of the smart home, smart speakers. Does Amazon price the Echo device below cost?
Not its list price, but it's often on promotion, and sometimes when it's on promotion, it may be below cost, yes.
Well, several other companies did tell us, in fact, that Amazon is pricing Echo devices way below cost, making it nearly impossible for them to compete. And aggressively discounting Alexa-enabled speakers as a strategy to own the smart home. Like many markets we've heard about today, smart speakers with voice assistants like Alexa, along with the myriad of smart home appliances that Alexa can interact with, make up the next ecosystem or platform for tech companies to lock in customers. Would you say the smart home market for which the Echo Ring security system and other smart devices operate is a winners take all market? Yes or no?
So yeah, I find this is pretty interesting. Obviously they're bringing up the competitive advantage of Amazon in that they're offering, promotions, or they're undercutting their competitors on their ecosystem. And, it's quite obvious with the question, is he taking the market position in this large market? And the answer is yes. For Jeff Bezos and Amazon, they're not necessarily trying to make the highest margin on these products for the home, and that's because they're trying to grow the market position, gain scale, use that data monopoly with the at-home devices, and then increase their margins over time. And this is really reflective of an interview that Jeff Bezos gave recently back in 2014, where he explains why Amazon doesn't make a profit. And he also goes into highlight comments from his 1997 letter, in which we will discuss more about. But let's go and see what he says in regards to why they make no profit.
In their case, the complete lack thereof, famously.
See, this is Henry's version of being nice to me.
So let's just establish this once and for all. Can Amazon make money?
Well, yes, and in fact we have in the past, and you have to understand, there are many ways of thinking about this, but the reality is that Amazon is a collection of several businesses and initiatives. And we have some very significant, very profitable, more established businesses that are free cash flow generating very significantly. And then fortunately, the way I think about it, we have lots of opportunities to invest in new initiatives, and we take advantage of those opportunities. So it's kind of like we built this lemonade stand, 20 years ago. The lemonade stand has become very profitable over time. But we also decided to use our skills and the assets that we've acquired over time to open a hamburger stand and a hot dog stand and so on and so on. So we're investing in new initiatives.
And this is certainly...
And so this is what's really important. He basically states that Amazon, the retailer, is generating positive free cash flow, and they are reinvesting that free cash flow into businesses that will grow over time. And most importantly, we can see that with the home market. We see here that Amazon Echo Dot is 31.4% as of January 2019, and Echo or Plus is also 23%, so around about that 50%, significantly larger than Google Home, Home Mini, and Apple HomePods. So they're really trying to grow their market share and be that market winner. At the end of the day, this business would be predominantly a monopoly or a duopoly, given the large data advantages. When you're at home and you have a device and you speak to it, Amazon gains data and obviously curates content for you. And obviously, the more data they have, the easier it is for them to curate. And if their customers stay with Amazon, it's clear that they are a long-term holder of these products, and it's important for them to gain market share at this moment, as opposed to gaining a profitable device. Additionally, they may also be able to sell products for Amazon through their Alexa device. So while the product may be negative in terms of its profit margin today, over the future, it can be modeled out as a very profitable way to go forward. And this is also highlighted too in the significant amount of volume in home shipments. So we can see here that this is in 2020, around about 100 million. But by the time in 5 years' time, this market is expected to almost triple. And so we can see that Amazon's really trying to invest in this home system to really gain that market share. And if they're able to gain the market share at 100 and maintain that up until that 300 million, it's significant upsides to the valuation. Now, I understand the valuation at the moment is about 1.5 trillion. For an extra couple $100 million, is obviously very interesting when we look at where the market is heading. And Jeff also explains this a bit further later in the clip, and we can see this right here.
And sizes, and you have to be super clear about what kind of company you're trying to build, what your approach is. We laid that out in our 1997 annual shareholder letter. We said we were going to take big bets. We said they were going to fail. We said some of them hopefully were going to work. We said we were going to invest for the long term, that we were going to try to take advantage of market opportunities as they arose. And there's a certain kind of investor who is aligned with that approach. And so, again, you can hold the ballet or the rock concert, and both can work.
So here he mentions in his 1997 letter where they try and take advantage of opportunities. So if we go quickly through this letter, we can see that Amazon states that their goal is to move quickly and to solidify and extend their current position while they begin to pursue the online commerce opportunities in other areas. So we can see that they're trying to reinvest, and they see this as an area, while it will be negative profit in the short term, over the long term, Amazon is reinvesting their capital at what may be a high rate of return and really continuing that business model of expansion. And obviously that's come out in this recent antitrust hearing, but given the size and scale of their business, it is definitely hard for a competitor to compete, and that really is this additional value that Jeff Bezos is stating. And here we can see his answer to this problem, and it's roughly in line with what I've kind of summarized.
No, I wouldn't, especially if we're able to succeed at what we want, which is we would like our vision for this is that smart home speakers should answer to different wake words. So
when considering the acquisition of
on a case by case basis, and I think in that, just to, because I think it's important, if we could achieve that, then I think you would get really good behavior on the part of competitive voice agents helping you.
When you were looking at acquiring Ring, you wrote to your executive team, quote, "We're buying market position, not technology, and that market position and momentum is very valuable." So if smart homes are not a market with lock-in effects, why would a leading market position and momentum be so very valuable?
Sir, market position is valuable in almost any business, and it's one of the primary things that one would look at in an acquisition. There are multiple reasons that we might buy a company. Sometimes we're trying to buy some technology or some IP. Sometimes it's a talent acquisition. But the most common case is market position, that the company...
And so here we see that he's reiterating that Amazon's looking to acquire market position. And why is that? Well, they're trying to get their market position in an industry that is largely a duopoly or a monopoly, where the advantages of having a large amount of customers enhances their data capabilities, and that enhances the customer experience. And so, this is very interesting when looking at Amazon and understanding, basic business valuation and principles. You want to invest in a company that is able to have these key characteristics where they're competing at a point where there's an antitrust hearing to understand how they are so competitive relative to their customers. And at the end of the day, it is based on Jeff Bezos and his company looking to invest in certain industries, reinvest that capital, grow the market size, be a leading competitor, and offer the best customer experience. So thank you for listening to this, and let me know if you'd like me to look at any other clips or any other companies.